everyone, my name is Stanislav Bernukov. I am a senior trading specialist at Exness. In this video, I will share with you some idea that you might use for trading for this week. But before we proceed to this week's idea, let's check the performance of the previous week's idea was a potential short for GBPGPI, and this idea has not reached the target yet, but it's still active and it may reach the target this week later. Today we are focusing on a potential long position for Bitcoin, as Bitcoin had approached the local support era around the 50-day moving average, and it might rebound after the press conference of Jerome Powell. Because today we have the event, the FOMC interest rate decision with the press conference of Fed's Governor Jerome Powell, which will follow 30 minutes after the publication. Usually whenever he says something softening or something optimistic about the market, cyclical assets such as stocks and cryptocurrencies start moving. This time probably Fed will congratulate themselves with a successful regulation of price stability because inflation had reached 3%. That's a record low within the previous year. So if we take a look at the meeting calendar, the Fed's decision will take place today later in the day, July 26th. If we take a look at the FedWatch tool, we will notice that probabilities of hawkishness of Fed are no longer the narrative. So market believes that interest rates will stay at the same level until December, and maybe they will start moving down in the beginning of the next year. So as we see, there is no directional bias for any scenario. So this meeting will be particularly important because traders will get the idea of where interest rates. Other than that, in the economic calendar, we'll have a bunch of different publications, such as, for example, decision of European Central Bank later this week, and the decision of Bank of Japan. It will be particularly important for Japanese yen traders, and also for stock traders. This is a pretty busy week because a lot of tech companies will post their earnings this week, such as Google, Microsoft, Visa, ExxonMobil, and other big companies from S&P 500 and from NASDAQ indices. So be careful with that when we have such combination of different news releases. Markets are going to be volatile, but of course the main event will be publication of interest rate decision for the USA today and the press conference of Jerome Powell. Don't forget, this is just the idea. Do your own research and never forget to manage